Hello everyone, it's me, CB. I know I haven't made a Starfield video in a little while now. I've been busy grinding it out on Call of Duty. We were trying to finish up that last season right before MW3 comes out. But I thought I'd go ahead and hop back on here and show you guys how to build my ship in Starfield. So this has been my ship that I've been using right here. I'm kind of proud of the design. Everything kind of lays out really nice. There's corridors and nothing really like has a really awkward layout. It actually just all kind of goes together. And I know you guys love my Fallout builds, so I said, you know what, let's go ahead and continue this tradition, and I'll show you guys how to build an amazing ship in Starfield. So as you can see from the top here, it's mainly just a Deimos ship. I like the Deimos parts the best just because they're more military-like, and I like things that are more fortified. I don't want so much as a luxurious thing, especially with the space pirates out here. I'd rather have something a little bit more rugged around the edges and has a little bit more armor on it so I can take down those space pirates with ease, which this thing does. Now, you can't really see too well under here, so let's go ahead and flip the ship around so you can see the bottom of it. And there we go. So go into photo mode again, get rid of that menu. And if we come below here, this is the bottom of the ship. So everything kind of goes together. You can see on the wings, you got the 2 fuel tanks, you got some cargo. Not the middle, but just like right before there on the long parts, you have all the landing gear, and that's necessary because this is a pretty heavy ship, but it's got really good mobility. It's fully maxed out. It's a C tier ship, so it's got everything you need. Landing bay in the middle, and just all the engines you could possibly want. There we go. And you get your little braking things on the front here. And as you see, you got little windows that kind of go between here. And I'm going to show you guys in a second here, just whenever you land it. It's really cool to walk up to the ship just because you get to walk through the center of this whole thing to the landing bay right there. And it's so cool to see it. So yeah, let's go ahead and skip to a landing sequence and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright everyone, so we're back in New Atlantis here, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So like, you know, you normally run up to your ship and everything. Well, this is the sight you get to see right here. I don't like how the front of my wing right there kind of goes right above the little kiosk. I actually had this ship built in a way once where it actually clipped through there. It was pretty funny to see that, but as you can see, you come up through here, you get this really nice view of the entire ship. You see the cockpit up there. See all this good stuff, all the landing gear. It's really nice. So yeah, you get to just run all the way through here and straight up into the ship. And now let me go ahead and show you guys the layout on the inside, and then after this I'll show you guys how to build it. So once you come into here, we come into it a companionway. This is going to be the left wing if you're facing out of the cockpit. So this is the left side. Wait, no, I'm wrong. I forgot. I haven't been in the ship in a while. So if you enter the cockpit, or if you enter the landing bay, the ramp's facing this way. So I don't know. I'm explaining it really whack, but essentially you come up in here. This is the left wing if you're facing outside the cockpit. So right here you have your, I believe this is the computer room. Got all your little server stuff and everything inside of here. And we come down this engineering bay. It's a 3x1 engineering bay from Deimos. And then in here we have our workshop.
The two of us make quite the pair, eh?
So you have the workshop in here. And then if we go down this way, we have,
Always a pleasure, Captain.
This is the pharmaceuticals lab or something like that, or the science lab, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see what I'm talking about with the windows, you can see the other wing over there. And I think you can see the cockpit up there if I go into first person. Yeah, you can see the cockpit right there. There's another window right through here. There you go. But essentially, you have your science lab over here. You have your engineering bay. Over here you have your workshop. And if we head back this way, we go back into the computer area. This is a 2x2. So you have this is a 3x1. Of course, the workshop and the science lab are 2x1. This is a 2x2. This is a 1x1 companionway. And over here you have the 2x2. I believe this is the battle stations. 2x2 Deimos battle stations. Right here you have a 3x1 all-in-one berth from Deimos. one of these has a door. There it is. And over here, I think this is a living quarters. Yeah, I think it's living quarters right here.
Glad to be part of the team.
Over here, we have another all-in-one, I believe this is. As you can see, basically this is just the residential wing. It's more of the... everybody can just kind of come in here and relax. This is your residential area. Once people need to go to their battle stations and everything, they come to here. Over here you have your controls and your more workshop type area. Other than that, we have a centralized ladder right here where the landing bay is. This goes straight up. And I believe... I forgot what this is. Let me see here. This is... Oh, goodness me. Come on. I think this like... It's called like a control room or something like that. Something like that. Yes, the control room. And then you come into the Deimos cockpit. It's the really big one. I love this one. And yeah, you can get this really good view out the front here, as you can see. So we hop into the driver's seat here. Give you a little bit of a spin around in daylight here while we're at the landing pad. Can't really see too much of it, but you can see like you have the Docker on top, you have the shield back there. You have 3 of those really big engines back there. They push the whole thing. You've got your grav drive right over there. If you're looking where I'm targeting with the landed text on screen, that's your grav drive. There's your reactor, and there's the 3 big engines right there. You have your weapons. I have the Vanguard weapons just because they're not so much cheap, but they just work well and they're very powerful, so I like them. And I put a brace in the middle just because I felt like it would be nice to have the brace there and make it more realistic, even though you're literally in a game where you're flying spaceships. So that's pretty much the actual ship. You got some cargo up top here. I think that's shielded cargo. I could be wrong though. But for the most part, this is the ship. So let's go ahead and get into building it.
Time to leave this place behind.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm showing you where Alpha Centauri is. We all know where that is. That's the first solar system you really go to. If we go back to the original Sol system, though, where Earth is and everything, we're going to go to, I believe it's Mars, and we're going to go to the Deimos moon, which has the Deimos star yard right there. So we're going to jump. Okay, so once you make it here to the Deimos starship yard or star yard, oh my goodness, I'm going to butcher that every time I try to say it. Let's see here. So we're going to come over here and dock.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and head on in. And as soon as you come in here, if you have no experience with being on this star yard yet, you're going to just run all the way through.
I wish Deimos was
Go ahead and head straight downstairs and look for the really dapper young fellow right here with the bald head.
Deimos is here to turn you into a tricked-out fighting machine.
Right,
Crimson Fleet?
go ahead and skip all that
Of
garbage.
course.
Alright, so this is where the fun begins. As you can see, we get a good little spin around here of the ship. I call it the UC-1 Ascendant. This is a nice good top-down view. We'll go ahead and look underneath. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and head into the shipbuilder. I'm going to show you guys how to build this. Okay, so we have a blank slate here. So we're going to go ahead and go to the add feature. We're going to start off with the... No, not the cockpits. Where's it at? The bays. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and throw our Deimos bay right there. Okay. And this is going to be what we're building off of here. So we need to go ahead and go to the halves and build the actual just like structure. So again, companionway. Go up one. We're going to throw this in the center here. We're going to go to our 2x2s. Again, we have our battle stations. You're going to set it in that configuration right there. Then we're going to grab, I think it's the computer core. Yeah, computer core. And we're going to do that. So that's that configuration. And then we're going to work on the right wing first. So right here we have an all-in-one berth. So we're going to throw that right here. Next, we're going to grab the 2x1s. We're going to add another all-in-one right here. And I believe we have a living quarters. Yeah, the 2x1 living quarters. And I believe I have it set up like this. Yeah, right there. And then we're going to go over to the other side on the left wing, and we're going to put an engineering bay. I think you can either use A or B. Shouldn't matter too much. I think I went with A. So I'll put A over here. There we go. Now we're going to go back to the 2x1s. We're going to go ahead and grab our workshop. We're going to set that right here. Then we're going to grab our science lab, put that at the front. Okay, so as you can see, that's the main structure. That's this is basically just like the main structure of the whole ship right here. It's basically all the living space and everything. You can see it's arranged in such a way where I can force the doors to be where I want them. So essentially, this is the central hub where I enter the ship. I have an option of going this way or this way. And then as you can see, there's just a long corridor with an optional hook off to the right here or hook off to the left with those. And essentially we're going to be filling in some of these wings with like the hulls and everything. That way that we have the more solid foundation for the ship. So right here I believe we have a hull. So let's go to the structure. And we're going to look for some of these parts. So we're just going to grab these braking engines, throw them on the front. And then we're going to look for the Deimos hull. We're going to go ahead and add this where it needs to be. One there. One there. And I believe I have one right here. And I think one right there. I might be wrong about that. I know that right above... Let's see. Let's grab one more hab real quick. We're going to go right above. And I think I put the control station. Yeah, that's what it is. The control station, it goes right here. Let's see. Yeah, that's where the control station goes. Okay, and then we're going to go over to our cockpits. We're going to grab the Ares bridge. You can use any of these. Typically, they're the same interior. It's just the stats change, as you can see. Like the amount of cargo you can carry. But if you can't afford the most expensive one, that's fine. Just throw that there. You can already see the shape of the ship coming together a little bit. That's good. So we're going to go back to... Let's go ahead and do the... Where's it at? Not the equipment. It's gear. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. So as you can see, we're going to be using this landing gear right here. We're not going to go all the way to the front here. We're going to start here and have 5 of these running along each side. Let's see. Get that right there. And that should be... Yeah, that's all of them. So as you can see, they run along each of these little wings with the braking engine, and you're gonna skip the 2x1 all-in-one berth with these, and you're gonna start at the 3x1s and go 5 back on each side like that. Okay, and then more structural stuff because I want to get the bottom of the ship done because it's kind of the hardest to see. So we'll go ahead and grab these Deimos bellies, and we'll throw one right here. Okay, we're going to duplicate that, and we're going to press Y again to flip it. We're going to turn around here, it takes forever. We're going to go down one and place that right there. Okay, now let me make sure I'm getting this right. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this again. Put one here and one there. We're going to duplicate it again. We're going to come to the front. Place 2 more after you flip it right here. Okay, so that leaves this these 3 right here. These are not going to be structural components, they're actually going to be functional components. So basically we're going to have to go to our, where's it at, cargo. We're going to scroll down. Okay, so you want the 40T hauler cargo hold, or just something with this style. It could be the 30T or the 20. Oh, I wouldn't recommend the 20, but the 30 or the 40T. Basically, one of these. Now these have like 4 different orientations they could be in. For the left side of the ship, again, if you're facing the same direction as the cockpit, you want it facing this direction. And you'll put one here, duplicate it, put another one here. We'll duplicate 2 more. And on this side, you want to be facing in this orientation, where the slant's kind of in the bottom right. And you'll duplicate one more there. As you can see, we leave a gap in the middle. That's going to be for our fuel tanks. Where are they at? There we go. We use the 500T HE3 tank. It's the helium-3. There we go. As you can see, we're starting to get some of that bottom piece filled out here. Let me make sure I'm giving you guys a good visual. I don't want to speed through this too much for you. So again, you have the Deimos belly 4. You have the cargo here, fuel tank, cargo, and then a reversed Deimos belly 4, or aft. I didn't realize the name changed when you flipped it. And that's going right underneath the outside of this wing. Again, with the hull on each side. And again, like on the bottom side here, so basically this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's for the landing gear. Okay, so let's finish off these front wings here. So we're going to go back to structural. We're going to grab the portholes. We're going to put one here at the front, one right there. We're going to take this, turn around, and flip it. Do the same thing here. Okay, we're going to scroll down to the Deimos bracer. Go ahead and grab that and put it here. There you go. And again, we're still working on the bottom of the ship. And then we have, let's see, these are for the top. We're not going to focus on that just yet. Alright, so we got these skegs right here. We want to work with these real quick. So we're going to place one of these here. One of these here. We're going to be coming back to this piece later when we get to the back, but not just yet. We have the skeg B, which is more of the flat, straight one. We're going to place one of those there, and one of those there. Okay. Now we're going to go to the back. Now right here, I have to go off my kind of like memory with this, so we're going to go back to the skeg A. And we're going to place this, well, we can't place it just yet, so we'll place these here like that. And I think, let me see here. Okay, that's why. Okay, so this is where we're going to go ahead and get our grav drive and reactor. I'm going to scroll all the way down because I use the really big reactor. There it is. As you can see, I've got this reactor, it's the Fuser DC403 reactor. Put this on the left side. And now you have to be careful with the pieces of like the reactors and stuff you use, because these pieces can only snap to the bottoms of certain reactors and grav drives. And I learned that about the grav drives as well. So like, let's say for instance, so this is the grav drive I use. You can see all the connection points on it. There's 2 on each side, 1 on the top and bottom. But I think, yeah, this one doesn't have top and bottom connections. So like if we were to use this, I couldn't make it symmetrical. So I use this one right here, and I think this one has better stats anyway, so it's whatever. So we'll go ahead and throw that under here. Go ahead and copy in 2 more of these. You can place them here for now. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go back over to structural. We're going to find, where is it at? There we go. The Deimos tail. There we go. Place these at the top connection of each of these, the grav drive and reactor. And then essentially you're going to take these reversed skeg A's and put them underneath the wings at the back here, the tails. Gives you that nice look right there. Okay, and now we're going to go to engines, and I'm going to show you guys what engines to use. So we got to go pretty much all the way to the bottom, I believe. There we go. Not to the bottom. So it's not the Supernovas. Those are cool and all, but this is the Poseidons that you want to use. I believe these have better stats overall if you use 3 of them. Because I like added up all the math and everything, and I think these are probably the best engine you can use. So we'll put 1 right here. Come over here. You don't want them all at the same level. I had that. It looked a little funny, so I'll make one go a little higher. And then we'll drop this one a little lower. And you're not going to put anything there because nothing fits there anyway. So that's good as it is. Actually, let's see if can I put a bracer back here? I don't think you can. No, I tried that before. No, you can't put that there. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty much the rear end of the ship done right there, as you can see. You have your Poseidon DT 230 engine. You have these at the, again, bottom connection on the outside, and the one that's in the middle is at the top connection between the grav drive and the reactor. So you get that really nice like tail end here. And again, let me give you guys a good rundown of the bottom again, because again the ship is like 5 wide, so you can see everything here. There you go. Okay, so that's pretty much the bottom of the ship. Okay, so now we're just going to move on to the top. Well, actually, we're going to go to the sides first, because the sides are a little more different. So let's go ahead, go back to structural, and we're going to go grab our wings. If I can find them. There we go. So you're going to use the Deimos wing A. Go ahead and flip that around real quick. Put one there, one here. You're going to put one here, basically copying the design on both sides, just like that. Then if you go over, you can get the backwards one. We're going to place that at the back, I think. Yeah, it goes on the engine, as you can see. We're going to copy that again on the other side. There we go. And now for this, we have a solid wing. That's the Deimos wing B. We're going to flip that and place it right here. Yeah. And then we're going to copy this over here as well. And now you have the one with the radiator on it, which is the Deimos wing C. We're going to put that right here and do the same thing on the other side. So you have the wings right there. It looks like it should be all the wings and everything. Yep. Alright, so on the front of the ship here, before we go any further, I want to go ahead and make sure you guys get these top windows in place, because they're kind of a small detail that I might forget to throw in. So let's go ahead and get these right here. It's the portholes that go on top. We're going to add them one right here. Copy it. One right here. Go over to the other side and do the same thing. One right there. And one right there. So if you're looking at the 3x1 on each side, it goes in the middle and at the back, not the front. Okay. Now if we scroll down here, we grab these Deimos spine A, and we're going to be putting a couple of these down here. So we're going to be putting one here, one right there, and one right there. And we're going to come back to these again later, but also you need two more. You need to flip them around where they're facing the other way. Just like that. Okay, and then if we scroll down, we're not going to be using the spine B, but we're going to be using the spine C. We're going to place one here, and one right there. Okay, and we're going to copy this. One here. Copy it again, flip it, and then place it. We're going to copy these over here. Basically, we're following the same orientation of everything on each side, so it's all symmetrical. We're going to scroll down and grab the radiator. I think it's actually up higher. There it is, the Deimos radiator. We're going to throw that right here. Copy it. Put it over here. Next, we have to get the... It's the same piece. We're going to get this right here. Just copy this. The spine C that's facing with the smaller end at the back. And then we're going to copy this over here. Okay. And again, that's most of the structure done. Now, a couple of more small things. We're going to grab two more hulls. We're going to put one here. And we're going to put one right here. There you go. And now, I mean, if you really want to, you can turn this into a companionway. You can change it up. The reason why I do this is just to force the layout of the ship how I like it. But it's all up to you. Okay, and we're going to scroll up and we're going to get the cowling. The Deimos cowling right here. Put one there and one right there. Alright, and right here we're going to go ahead and copy these right here. Put one there and one right there. now, I scroll back down to the spine. This is where we use the spine B. We're going to put one on top of the grav drive and the other on top of the reactor. And then also this is where we get our docker. So I use the Stroud Eklund docker. You have to go to Neon for this one. You can use this one, or you can use the Slim docker from Deimos. Either or is okay. I just like the look of this one better. So we put that right there. For shields, just anything that'll fit on top of here. So we'll scroll down. So I mean, you can use even this if you want, but you know, you gotta have the most protection out there. Again, those space pirates are literally no joke. So we're gonna use this one right here. It's the Assurance SG-3000 shield generator. It's a really good one. Just place that right there. And that is pretty much the structural part of the ship. Let's see, that's just about everything. Yeah, it's only giving us warnings for the weapons right now. But I mean, that is the ship that I fly. So for the weapons though, you don't have to copy my exact weapon layout. Again, this is completely up to you. You can use whatever you like. Not too well versed in the weaponry, but it's just what I like using. So the Vanguard Hellfire autocannons, I like to put these on the inside right here. I can get it to snap. There we go. Put two of those right there. And then we also have, there's another, where's the Vanguard rockets? Is it the rockets I'm using? No, something else. Where is it at? Well, I have these, because when I was stealing ships, I wanted to have these available to me as well. And then there's one more. I think I might have passed it up. Nope, there it is. The Vanguard Ares particle cannon. Put that right there, and one of these right here. One error. You have to have the weapons assigned. We'll do the autocannon, particle, and suppressor. And just like that, that's the ship. Now the colors are completely up to you. I have mine like a red, dark gray, and black. But this is the structural part of the ship. I mean, this is exactly how I have mine set up and laid out. So if you wanted to build the ship that I fly, you can do that now. Let's make sure everything's in check here. Is there any small details I'm forgetting? I feel like there is, but I'm not 100% certain. There is. See, that's what I'm saying. So we're going to go back to our equipment. This is a scan jammer. You can get this at the Red Mile, or if you're sided with the Crimson Fleet. I put that right there on top of there. Go to cargo. And I have my shielded cargo somewhere. There it is. And I just put these right here on the side of my holes that are on top. There you go. And just like that, that is my full ship build. As you can see, the total came down to 0, so that's every piece of my ship put back together. And that's exactly how I fly it, except it's just a little bit different colored. I like the side profile. It's got a nice like swooping up. It's got a very nice aerodynamic design. And it doesn't look really goofy because it's really hard to use the Ares bridge. It's really hard to use that cockpit without it, like, because I mean you could stick it at the front of your ship, but it looks like a platypus to me for some reason. But if you set it back like this and build with it like that, I think it really makes it look like a good fighting ship this way. This is my UC-1 Ascendant, like I call it. It's a full C-class ship with basically everything's maxed out to, at least as far as my knowledge goes, it's as maxed out as it can be. So there you go, everyone. So if you want to build this ship, now you have the tutorial. If you like this, just leave a like down below and everything. And if you want to see other shipbuilding tutorials, let me know. This might be the first of many, but so far this is exactly what I like for my ship. I spent a lot of time perfecting this one, and this is exactly just the one that I like. So again, if you like the video, you know what to do. And I'll definitely see you guys later. Thanks, and peace out.